Since they started my live stream for me, we'll get right to it. The Lakers organization wanted to do what, ladies and gentlemen? They wanted to tell you guys that the problem,
just like Austin Reeves said, he's been doing,
is this. The Lakers. Look at that. They didn't slap me on the screen. Those 4 guys. You had those 4 guys last year. You had the same guys last year. What has changed? Wasn't that your 4 last year? I remember at the All-Star break, y'all got D-Lo. And y'all was like, we got to keep D-Lo. Then in the playoffs, y'all was talking about how y'all need to get rid of D-Lo. And you kept D-Lo. Right? Because he was the problem. D-Lo was the problem. That's what y'all told me. Meaning Laker fans. Then it goes from D-Lo being the problem and shifts. Now D-Lo ain't the problem. Now, who's the problem now? It's Anthony Davis. He can't stay healthy. So you think this team is a championship team going into the season? That's what you thought. They made it to the Western Conference Finals last year. They didn't win a game in the Western Conference Finals. Not one game. So if they don't win a game in the Western Conference Finals, they really mean they were second round. Did they really beat the Golden State Warriors? Or did they have help from all the free throws they shot? Because Golden State wasn't going gentle into that good night like they thought they were. They actually played better in the playoffs. Like, why would that be a shock? They were the defending champions. This is something that they do. So Austin Reeves, Anthony Davis, D-Lo, and LeBron is your championship big 4. That's your big 4. You know that, right? You know they start. I'm serious. They start in this NBA. In this league, that's your starting team. You didn't know that? That was your starting 4 last year. When y'all was in 13th place. You remember that? You remember that, right? 13th place. Thirteenth place. LeBron went out. Y'all was in 13th. The team had to fight back till LeBron could get back from an injury. The league had to carry the Lakers all these games till LeBron could get back. Thanks for the super chat. I appreciate that. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, hit the super thanks button, and definitely support the Patreon, which is Carcino for Life. The Cash App is Carcino. Thank you for your time. And this is it. I mean, this is it. The Los Angeles Laker fans are now back where I said they would be. You guys are already hitting the panic button in week 2. What has it been? 7 games? 7 games. Seven games. And the Lakers are what? In 10th place? The top 3 teams in the West are the Nuggets, the Mavs, the Golden State Warriors, the Timberwolves. The OKC Thunder is ahead of the Lakers. Now, what is amazing here is that the Jazz are 2-6? No, because we expected the Jazz to be 2-6, right? No one here expected the Utah Jazz to be anything higher. Well, if LeBron had a different bag, he would be an astonishingly different player, and then that would hurt my argument when I keep saying he's an overrated bum. You know, I would sound real stupid saying he's an overrated bum if he actually had a game that could back it up, that he isn't. But he don't. So here we are. He didn't attempt that shot last night because he knows he can't make it. See, LeBron doesn't try to fool himself into believing he's something that he's not. He knows exactly what he is. He doesn't fool himself. He knows exactly what he is. Hit the like button, good people, since they tried to screw me over today by starting my video without me saying start the video. Let's look at the West, right? That they call the Wild, Wild West. There's no safe games for the Los Angeles Lakers. As I tried to tell you with basketball sense, you guys take it as if I'm hating on LeBron James, because that's the only way you know how to explain it, because you can't justify how terrible of a basketball player he is. But it reflects on the basketball court because nothing he do really can change the outcome of the basketball game. He's just a guy that's scoring empty points. Now, like they call it, empty calories. And the scenario never changes because LeBron James doesn't elevate his skill set. Why would I give props to LeBron for? What has he done? What would I be giving him? I'll give him props for ruining the league. You want me to give him props for that? For bringing it down to its worst? For just playing just to be playing? Just sit down. Why is he still in the league? You know, Adam Silver don't know how to shut the door on people. You got to sit people down. And that's that. Now, let's look at the West, right? And be realistic. about the situation. Let's look at the Lakers team. You have D'Lo, Austin Reeves, Anthony Davis, LeBron James. That's your big four. What is your problem with that big four, ladies and gentlemen? Let me see how well you guys have been listening. What is wrong with the Lakers' big four? He says no big man. They can't shoot or play defense. Two role players, a glass cannon, and a dinosaur. Oh, you know what? All of this is right. But the main factor is you have no defense. If AD is your best defender, right? Why is AD not in the paint? D'Lo is not a good defender at all. Austin Reeves tries, but he's weak. And LeBron James, he's older than dust. Okay, let's just say that. You're not going to get any defense out of him. So now you got 3 of your 4 guys that don't play defense. What is another key thing they don't do? Communicate with each other on the floor and know exactly each other's assignments. They're always caught in a mismatch, and they always getting backdoored all night long. That's the most embarrassing play in basketball, is the backdoor play. That should happen probably once in a game. The Lakers, it can happen like 5, 6 times in a game. It's unexcusable. Because the only way that happens, if no one's communicating and someone's breaking assignment, and that is a key example of no communication, is a backdoor play. That means you were asleep at the wheel. So if you see this, and if any of you have watched any basketball games in the NBA this season, you would notice that other teams don't play like them. Okay, winning teams. Look at the teams that are going to the championship and actually playing. You look at the Denver Nuggets. Look how they play. Everybody's a weapon. Everybody moves. From the bench to the rookie to everybody on the court, they're moving. Guys aren't just standing still. There's movement, there's cutters. Why you don't see that with the Los Angeles Lakers? Where are the cutters? Who's slashing to the basket? Who's sliding across? There's no pick plays. There's no pin downs. What is actually happening here? To be honest, the Nuggets aren't really playing top tier basketball. They're really going through the motions. They just know each other very well. They really have been developing their younger guys and a young rookie. They're letting those guys get reps and play and learn the game. Or because it's early in the season. They're not really in championship mode. They're not even in lockdown mode. They're going through the motions. And they're better than a lot of these teams because they know each other. They know how each other plays and the way they play the game of basketball. Plus, they're very good basketball players. And they're a nightmare matchup for the Lakers. So you're telling me the Los Angeles Lakers right now can beat the Denver Nuggets in 4 times in a series? The answer to that is no. So we know the Nuggets in the West are better than them. Let's look at the Dallas Mavericks. Now, I believe the Dallas Mavericks are on the same level as the Los Angeles Lakers. Defensively, they're horrible. They're winning games basically off their offensive talents. But when the game gets down the stretch, their defense have failed them. And their offense has to step up to win the games. The only team they've lost to has been the Nuggets, and it wasn't even close. Because they have no big man to deal with the Joker, but they don't play defense. Well, they try. Luka's not a great defender. He tries, but he's not that good. So his thing is to try to keep as much containment and get help from as much as he could as possible. But you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself to keep scoring baskets. And hopefully that's going to win you the game. So the Mavericks are always going to be fighting from behind because they can't stop other teams from scoring. The Golden State Warriors. Movement, 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 constant movement. Draymond runs the show. This team is an off-the-ball playing team. Clay's not just going to run in the corner and stay in a corner. They go to sets, they go to spots, they work to get open. Guys know how to move on the court. And they will play defense and get down and defend you if they have to. The Golden State Warriors are still a viable opponent. Okay? What's the other dynamic that you see? Everyone's talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves. T-Wolves are for real, man. Them T-Wolves. It's early in the season. Their problem, inconsistency. They have too many spots and lulls where they do not score. And the reason they have those lulls where they don't score is because they don't know who's going to be the guy down the stretch. Is it going to be Cat? Is it going to be Anthony Edwards? Who's going to be the guy? What play are you going to run? They don't know. That's the youth. The Pelicans, I think they are a fraud team right now. They're a team who's trying to work Zion back into shape and back into the lineup, back into the whole work of things. Get him back in the flow. Then you have the OKC Thunder. The OKC Thunder is probably the most dangerous team in the West because they can beat anybody. Look at me. Look at me. The OKC Thunder is one of the best teams in the West. There's just never going to be a chance for them to exhibit it, unfortunately. But player for player, that team is one of the best teams in the West. If any team will give Nuggets a problem, it will be OKC. That's a team. They're just never going to get that exposure. They're never going to get put on that platform or that on that pedestal. They're never going to get put there. Then we're going to look at the Clippers. The Clippers, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George. This team is actually better. They're better than the Lakers. Let's get that straight right now. Kawhi knows how to play his game, but can the injuries of the team, can they stay solid all the way through? So right now they're learning each other. They just got all of these players in. They just got James Harden added to the team. It's a lot of people that showed up, and now they got to work Russ in. Is James Harden going to start? He's going to come off the bench. Who knows how this thing is going to play out? Should they put Russ on the bench and let James get his roll off, or what's going to happen here? Who knows? All I know is that team will be viable and will be in the playoffs as long as they're healthy. Can they win the championship? Yeah, they can. Another sleeper team is the Houston Rockets. They have scoring. They have length. They have athleticism. Their problem is they needed discipline, and they found a guy and Dylan Brooks who can bring that to that team. When he's on the court, that's communication. There's lockdown on defense. There's a mental focus dedicated to blocking shots, getting to the ball, getting rebounds, and that's Ime Udoka's forte. What they're running right now and what the Celtics try to run, they're not locked in. The players that he had that was the junkyard dogs to help the superstars out ain't in Boston no more. The majority of those guys are gone. They got what Ime Udoka was talking about. Now he got a guy that he knows, and he's going to implement players into his team that understands his system that can help out the superstars when they're lacking in certain areas. See, LeBron James lacks in defense, so he needed somebody who could be his junkyard dog, somebody that had his back. See, when he had Dwight Howard that first time around, Dwight Howard was happy to be back in the league, so he wasn't going to do anything wrong to tick off LeBron. See, Cousins wasn't going for that LeBron shit at all. That wasn't finna happen with him. You ain't telling Cousins what to do. And that's final. Now, if you know that, you know there's a bigger problem on the horizon. And the bigger problem is going to come down the road. I never looked at it like the Lakers are so unbeatable and can't nobody touch the Lakers. How's anybody going to stop them? I'm not one of those guys. I'm not delusional. Okay? I'm not a delusional man. What I am is a realist. I see things how they present themselves realistically. Statistically, the Lakers are not a good team. Looking at them, they don't play good basketball. They got guys standing around waiting on another guy. They play two-man basketball. That's it. They don't move the ball. That's easy to defend. So you got guys now. If you're gonna play that style where you're spreading them out, is normally when you have an advantage. The Philadelphia 76ers was basically doing that with Allen Iverson. Let him go one-on-one ISO because Allen Iverson's the fastest guy on the court. He's going to get by the guy who's guarding him. He's got a sick crossover. He can hit you with that, pop, pop, tap you, and he's gone. So if you go one-on-one with Allen Iverson, prayers to you. LeBron wants a high pick and roll so he can get a favorable matchup. Like if they play Golden State, he wants a high pick and roll so he can get Steph Curry guarding him or what have you. But now he can't get by Steph Curry. He can't get by anyone. And Steph is at the point where they're not finna foul Steph Curry out of the game and let you keep running over Steph Curry. Sorry, that's not going to happen. So you're going to have to run some offense, LeBron. Now, I could see if they had Joe Blow, the rookie, out there. All right, he's out there playing human bowling ball. That's not going to work. You're going to actually have to run some offense. Well, let me see. LeBron had 30, right? Yeah, does that include his 4 turnovers? He had about 4 or 5 turnovers. 0 for 3 and 3-pointers. That don't count? Okay. And then wouldn't take the last shot with 2 minutes to go. They had 2 minutes to get 1 point and couldn't score in 2 minutes. Passed up on the last shot. But that's a good game to y'all, though, right? Because he had 30. So we're going to omit everything because LeBron had 30. 30 for 30. Now, where does that leave us here? Right where we stand. So right now, the Suns are 3-4, tied with the Lakers. Are they better than the Lakers? Are the Spurs better than the Lakers? What about the Portland Trail Blazers? They didn't just fall off the earth. What about the Sacramento Kings? The Aaron Fox is banged up, but the team is still a viable team. But right now, they're disappointing 2-4, and they've lost 3 games in a row. And the coach and Malik Monk are arguing back and forth, and things don't look like it's happy there. But the Utah Jazz is doing what we thought they would do. They 2-6. But the Memphis Grizzlies, 1-6. They just won their first game. Oh my God. Ja Morant got to sit out for 25 games. For brandishing a fake gun. And yeah, it was a lighter. Now, yeah, that's what it was. So, where do y'all see the Lakers being a title contender? Because today, every Laker fan in the world is talking trades already. We're 7 games in the season, and y'all talking trade already. Then I tell you, every year, LeBron needs help. LeBron needs help. LeBron needs help. He got help. These are the guys he wanted. He got what he wanted. You wanted Dennis Schroeder out, he's gone. He was there before you wanted him out. He gone. Right. It's too easy to fool humans these days. You're right. It is, because there's so much propaganda. And if you say the lie long enough, people will start to believe it. Like if they tell you, oh man, they were the championship. They won the NBA championship in the bubble. Now you just saw Trez. I was watching, shouts out to the Dreamers Pro. He was playing a thing where Trez was talking about how hard it was for him in the bubble. And that's just one player. He's telling you on the inside, all the players have been telling you, half of the players did not even want to be there. They knew they were forced to be there because everybody's contract is not like James Harden's or Kevin Durant. Like they could sit out and be cool. They couldn't afford to sit out. They gotta play. They need those checks. You know, they a lot of those guys don't have personal trainers. They was like, we don't have personal trainers, and then it was a lockdown, dog. So for 2 months, we not really working out. We couldn't even go anywhere for like 2 months. If they forget that, we locked in the crib. You couldn't go work out. You couldn't do anything. You had to stay in your house. They was, don't go outside. The gas station is the only place you could go. You couldn't go to a park. You couldn't go do anything. So if you ain't have a basketball goal in your house, you were screwed. You couldn't go to a friend's house. You couldn't do nothing. You had to sit down in your house, isolated from everybody. For 2 months of doing that. Then you're going to go and put these people in more isolation inside of the bubble. And here's the thing. They didn't have real practice. He's like, we're all using the same court. So where all you got all these teams in the playoffs, we all got to use one court. How it's like where are we gonna be? How are we gonna be separated and segregated? We're not being able to work together as a team for workouts. None of us. It was terrible. We had no time, no continuity. And what they not telling you is that the Lakers were illegally working out together in their own secret facility, and they got caught doing it. And they had to pay a fine. So it's documented fact. It's not even rumors. They were doing secret practices. Look at Dave McMenamin tweets. Lakers have been holding secret practices at Staples Center's replica in Los Angeles. 6/19/2020. So while everybody was locked at home, the Lakers were holding secret practices when they're supposed to be isolated. And they got busted. So my thing is, how fraudulent is that championship? Mm-hmm. LeBron James has reportedly held private workouts with teammates during suspension. What it says, at least a few Lakers led by LeBron James has been getting extra work in outside of the team practice facility. Look, man, I've been telling you, dog, this whole thing was terrible. Mm-hmm. Of course they was. That's called that's called the Lakers doing their thing. They Lakers being the Lakers. The league needed the Lakers to win because they weren't bringing any revenue in. The league couldn't even go. The league is working check to check. The NBA can't go a season without playing. They would go bankrupt. As you saw what happened with the bubble. And everybody looking like, damn, the NBA ain't got no money? What's going on? How the NBA ain't got no money? They couldn't, they had to take a loan. They got insurance. So they had to cash in their insurance policy and take a loan. That's how they came back, because that's how they were able to afford to put that bubble thing together. They didn't even have the money for that. They couldn't afford to lose that sponsorship money. So they said, we're going to make the money back and pay it to you. We good for it. You know that. So all the teams in the NBA got like $8 million. So the smaller teams like the Detroit Pistons and all those guys, they could, hold the float, hold the boat. Everybody could be afloat. So they had to take a loan out so they could do that. Exactly, E-Dub. He said a $9 billion loan. Woof, woof. My problem with the consistency, it stays the same. Like it, that's it. Thank you for the super chat. LeBron is, look, there's no need to bash LeBron. He's a bum. He just needs to retire. We know what he is right now. He's washed. Okay, he had 30 in a bad game for LeBron. It did not change the outcome of the game. He still sucked. And he never ever gained control of that game. Like they played the Miami Heat's game. The third quarter they turned it up, and defensively it started from defense to offense. That's how they play. And like LeBron said, he was all cool about it. Like, we didn't match their intensity at all. No. If you don't match their intensity, you're going to lose the game. Exactly. You're going to lose the game if you don't match the intensity. That is the truest statement to form. So if you're not matching their energy, then what the hell is it that you're doing? None of these people, none of these people seem to understand. Everybody wants to, right, they want to throw their darts at or whatever they call it. I just don't care. I break down basketball games. And if you want to know what winning basketball looks like, you look at the West. The Lakers have not played well this season. They have not played well in one game out of the 7. Like LeBron said, we the Pittsburgh Steelers. We the Pittsburgh Steelers of the NBA. I believe that with all sincerity. They are the Pittsburgh Steelers. Except for Pittsburgh play defense, y'all don't. Y'all got 3 wins and they were all fraudulent. You know what the Laker Nation people tried to say? Well, that's because we got so many people out. Who's out that you need that's going to turn the game around? Who missing? Vando? Vanderbilt? He's the missing piece. Who are y'all missing that's finna turn the season around? Because I guess it ain't LeBron then. We got all these missing pieces. And that's what pieces? Huh? Vanderbilt, a journeyman. That's the guy that's going to turn the whole team around. Vando plays defense. He's real good on point guards. But defense is a team effort. If your buddies are not locked in defensively, when you let them go or release them to the side, you got to trust your teammate's going to rotate over and do what he got to do defensively. Mm. Oh, he's not it. Well, I see. Well, the Lakers ain't it. Who is on the Lakers bench? They traded to get Vincent, right? They let Dennis Schroeder go to get Vincent. Am I right about that? Lakers rosters in 2022. This team is supposed to be better. Dennis Schroeder was never the problem. Your center is AD. Your power forward is LeBron. Your point guard is D'Lo. Your shooting guard is Austin Reeves. So that's your big four. And who's starting in the fifth position now? Is Prince at small forward. Now, Vando's out, right? Who they felt would help them tremendously. But he's been out and he's missed, 7 games now? Over some heel injury. Jordan put up 69 on Craig Elo. What are you talking about? His career high is on them. What are you even talking about? His legacy started when they beat Cleveland. But Cleveland was a great team. I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. Ryo Hachimura is out. I guess he's the other X factor. So Hachimura, right, who's a journeyman bench player. Vando, another journeyman bench player. Hachimura can't play defense. He's a sometime shooter. He can get you about 14 points. Hachimura's actually played in this season, and he looked terrible when he was playing. Christian Wood, I'm glad he's having some success with the Lakers somewhat, filling in for Anthony Davis when he realized he's going to be the next man up. He's Anthony Davis Jr. Okay. But they got rid of him because he doesn't rebound. Doesn't fight for rebounds, nothing that Dallas would want to exhibit on the team. You got Vincent on your team. You got Cam Reddish. You got a rookie. You got a guy that looked like an Arabian sheik. So the rest of the people are just there. But if you think this is a championship team, like this team, the way it is, orchestrated now, it's scary, then of course you must be a Laker fan. Nothing scares me about the Los Angeles Lakers team. Nothing at all. And it doesn't scare anyone in the NBA. That team would have to be carried by the referees. Mm. Well, when you wind out, when you wind up doing all this stuff to try to build a team, you got to look at, you're going to be coming out of the West. We're not even looking at the East. They don't match up well with teams on the East. The East has actually got teams that's better than the West. Like the Orlando Magic can ball out with any of these dudes. They should have beat the Mavs last night. They had the whole game and lost it in the second half. They don't get respect on the whistle like they should, but they're a dangerous team. Like a real dangerous team on the East. We haven't even went to the East. I was just on the West because that's who LeBron and them going to be faced with the most. Can they handle the West? So they already got a win over the Clippers. They got a 1 win over the Magic. And I forgot who their third win was against. I think, who was that? The Phoenix Suns. They got a win over the Suns, a game that was basically stolen from them. So they got 2 wins in the West. 2 of their 3 wins against a team that's better than them. The Suns are better than them, and they didn't even have Bradley Beal or Devin Booker playing that game. Now, what's going to happen? The Lakers are going to just automatically play better, or they're going to look to make a trade? They're going to look to make trades in the middle of this season to try to acquire people. No one wants to play with LeBron. That's why your team looks the way it does. You think James Harden want to play with LeBron? You think Kyrie Irving really wants to go over there and play with LeBron for 4 years? So he could be to blame for everything that go wrong when they know the problem is LeBron? Y'all got to wake up. You don't have to, but you should want to wake up. For real, you should want to wake up. Because this is that real talk. They wanted you to believe this is a scary basketball team. Ooh, this is a scary team. Nothing is scary about this team. Look at your 4. Anthony Davis, LeBron James, D'Lo, and Austin Reeves. You could throw anybody in that revolving door for the 5th guy. That team ain't scary. That's the team that's trying to make you believe they scary. Yeah! We scary! Rah! Soft. 2 of the softest players in the league. Right there. He ain't trying to hide what he is. Reeves, he's the only guy with heart on the team. D'Lo, hey man, I just catch and shoot. That's my thing. If they let me play my game. That's your big 4. Right there. Your big 4. Look at him. That's your big 4. This is your team. Role player. Should be coming off the bench. Never played defense. I got bounced out of Golden State so quick. I ain't even get a chance to pay my bills and get a crib yet. They got me out of Golden State so fast. They didn't even wait till the trade deadline. Yeah, but we ready though. Mm-hmm. Stank, don't it? And AD, just soft. And that 4 is an NBA championship lineup. I ain't never been more comfortable with a team not winning a championship in my life. I can go on the record and say the Lakers ain't winning no damn championship. If they walk that across the stage and say that team finna win a championship, man, they could go and disband right now. Well, stereotypes are something else. They're always talking about Stephen Fletcher. And all these people who were put in bad situation. It's good old Stephen Fletcher, who made Hollywood's Walk of Fame. And black folks look down on Stephen Fletcher. So stereotypes were made about us for years. We were put in a box. I was the one fighting for LeBron James. I repeat, I was fighting for LeBron James. When you let them exploit you and use you as an example. When Vogue magazine wanted you to scream and yell and dribble basketball and hold on to this blonde girl, winds up being Tom Brady's wife. They wanted you to hold her while you scream like a monkey. So they could recreate the King Kong picture. And you did it. You did it, LeBron. And I said, that's ridiculous. This is absolutely awful. They knew, Vogue knew what they were trying to do here. But you let them use you as an example. While you holding that woman, screaming and dribbling the ball. Mm-hmm. You see? People talk, you know. But what y'all be saying? No, not my Brian. That's my Brian. Don't do it. Don't do that to him, C-No. Charles Barkley dressing up as the old runaway slave, breaking the chains. Right? He fight for the black folk. Nope, he don't. But these are the people that think they know what's best for black folks. They put these guys up there like, look, I know my people. Let me speak to my people. Now, my people, here I am. They be like, nobody here rock with you. Like, nobody. So you should go and have a seat, old man. Nobody over here rocking with you. Yeah, that's why he's here. He's here because he loves it. You see, all of these characters, that's what I call them, characters. They don't seem to possess the identity. And the identity is what they're lacking. You ever hear someone say they having an identity crisis? And you go, well, what the hell is that? What's the identity crisis? I don't know what that is. That's the Lakers. They don't have a basketball identity on the court. I gave you an example of it yesterday. So who should the Lakers trade for? Since everybody's screaming they should trade Anthony Davis because Anthony Davis got hurt. So I've been hearing that all this morning. Y'all run it to me. You the Lakers. You want to trade AD. Who you trading Anthony Davis for? Remember, you just signed this man to a $176 million extension. And you talking about the Lakers want to trade him. I want to hear it. The cat. Okay. Let's say you guys trade AD for the cat. AD go to Minnesota, you get Karl Anthony Towns. A guy who likes to stay at the top of the key, shoot threes. Right? You trade him for the cat, get Karl Anthony Towns, you bring him in. Is he better than Anthony Davis? In your opinion? Or did you just get the same problem all over again? And oh yeah, he gets hurt too. Or did you just inherit the same problem all over again? So, If the Lakers listen to the Lakers fans, they'll be trading Anthony Davis right now. Is what you're telling me. So that becomes the biggest scenario and the biggest answer in the game. We should trade players. If we think 7 games in the season, we should already talk about trading people. The person that's going to be gone is a person that's not very happy, and that's Vincent. Vincent is not happy. So Vincent is going to be gone. LeBron's not happy with him. His minutes went down. Now they're trying to say he got some type of injury or he's just not 100% right now. Nope. Him and LeBron are not vibing. He's not comfortable in this system of no movement and just standing around. And not a lot of people can play that way because they play organized basketball. I know you've heard me say it, and it sounds like a broken record, but truth is truth. Truth is truth. It never lies. Oh, we might have a little bit of a problem here. Huh. Yeah, we might have a little bit of a problem here. Well, here's the situation. I have a PS2, and I'm playing my little PS2 game. I just fixed this thing and put it together. Now, the dilemma I have is that my television don't have the 3 prongs. They don't have the audio, video, or any of that. So I think I'm gonna have to make some adjustments and move this to my other television. So now, all right, cut that off. Now I know what I need to do. That has to go in here. And can only be in here. And has to be on this television as well. Well, we got that solved. Now, yeah, I need to modernize it. You know, televisions now are all HDMI, so the modern televisions don't really have it. So the only way I could play my PlayStation 2, I've been playing this game since 2003, still haven't beaten it. So I'm figuring I might do that today. Who was watching me on Screen Fiend yesterday when I took down, when I was doing my business handling that game? What's the name of that game? Oh, Hogwarts. And I 100% that level. And only Sino can do. Now I'm 100% this doggone other level. And we gonna keep it moving. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna take this call. Sorry about that. We're back. A guy's trying to sell me something, telling me what I have. I said, sir, I don't have that. You don't own this vacation property? No, don't have it. Not me. Goodbye. He's still trying to tell me what I have. And I'm like, damn, if that ain't like LeBron James trying to tell me, no, we got a good team. We got a championship team. I'd be LeBron. Vanderbilt is a good role player, but he ain't the type that's going to give you no damn points. He can't shut down the the Denver Nuggets. Like, what are you talking about? D'Lo ain't finna go anywhere and shut down anybody. D'Lo is not finna walk in somewhere and be like, all right, here's the plan now. Here is the plan today. Vanderbilt is not finna walk in there and be like, all right, this is it. Now everybody listen up. Since I'm the one that plays D, I'm gonna teach all y'all how to be a better defensive team. LeBron gonna say, man, you better shut the hell up and get the hell out of my way. Ryu Hachimura. He was y'all lifesaver. No, he was scoring baskets for LeBron, who's one-on-one. Hachimura, what's the knock on him? Defensively, he can't guard. But he works better in a fluent offense. He has a decent mid-range shot, can shoot the three decent, but not very good shooter. Now, Vanderbilt, excellent defender. Very hard-nosed defender, knows how to move his hips, get his legs in position, get his arms out. He can play off the ball. He is an exceptional defensive player. Offensively, not that strong. He'll hit a three every now and then, but he's not really that strong offensively. Now, what is the problem with this dynamic that you see here presented in front of you? Glad you asked. The problem with this said dynamic is the problems in what you have in every one of these basketball scenarios. The problem with the dynamic is that it is being ran poorly. Why would it be ran poorly? Because the point of who has the ball in that possession, guys who move with the ball, guys who move without the ball, those progressions. How is that working? And it's not working out. If you look at the progressions, they're not working. It's not smooth. Everything's sloppy and choppy. And these people don't understand what it takes to get to a certain plateau. They don't. Playoff atmosphere is not the same as regular season. Am I right or am I right? So if the playoff atmosphere is different from actual basketball atmosphere, the regular season, so that must mean that the playoffs is a little bit more intense. And what a lot of these guys don't have is a lot of playoff experience. And what you don't want is to come to Los Angeles with a lot of expectations on your back. See, Vincent being in Miami, there's not a lot of pressure to win in Miami. People could care less. They go to the beach. They win, good. If they lose, F it. Let's go to the beach. That's the attitude. So if the attitude is like that, why would they care? You know what I'm saying? Why would they care? The answer is they don't care. So the press is not going to be all over your back. In LA, their intentions is for the Lakers to win. They're the franchise. You see, they were supposed to do the battle for 17, right? The Lakers versus the Boston Celtics. The battle for 17. Who's going to be the one? LeBron James is going against the Celtics. But everybody saw that play. They couldn't run that. Now that everybody know the script. And the Lakers team was so inferior. It's like, man, are we really doing this? Putting this bum team there? Plus, we can't cheat Denver. No matter what we run, they can't beat them because Aaron Gordon is a better player than LeBron James. He can shut LeBron down defensively. And he don't even have to score, but he can score if he needs to. So LeBron got to respect him. So he can't rest. Now, a lot of you going to say, man, LeBron is 39, dog. What you expect? I'm just like, y'all say the king. Michael Jordan still going to get his and perform. Even when Mike was old, he wasn't a bad defender. 38 Mike was still a good defender. He didn't forget that. I couldn't take away what he was. Many people just don't get it. I get it, they just don't. People would love to have their cake and eat it too, right? They want to have a cake and eat it too. LeBron is no different. I see the match. The Lakers could beat Dallas because Dallas is a similar team. They're in the same boat as them. What is the translation with that? The translation is the fact that this team, they don't seem to get it. They don't. Somebody said purple and gold thongs. Jesus Christ. Y'all crazy. Purple and gold thongs. If that's the Lakers' preference, who am I to disagree? Hmm. Oh, you think they got the better team? I mean, where are the Laker fans at? They show up every time and get real quiet. They do. They get real quiet when it's time to face the music. Who's the Lakers' next game? Who the Lakers' next game? Woo! I've been playing the game since 2003, baby. Dark Cloud 2, baby. One day I'm going to beat it. You going down, buddy. Hell, you mean ain't no memory card press? My damn memory card is present. You out your mind? Oh, now I'm pissed off. Now they done pissed me off. Because if my memory card ain't working, we going to have a real serious problem. And I know it worked. Yeah, I got to get in here and get down. Oh, the first Dark Cloud is amazing. That was Zelda on crack. Then they got sued. They finna get sued by Nintendo, so they changed the character all around for part 2. But the first one, he looked just like Link. You thought it was Zelda, and it was just like Zelda, except for you could do more. Lakers referee adventures. Yeah, I know. But I'm gonna go ahead and take care of this and get down on this game. So peace.